So can you tell me, I just have a few questions for you about Yield School, just discussing
Sure.
your views and everything that you've learned from the program. So can we start with just sharing your name, your title, where you're located?
Yeah. So my name is Greg Moore. I'm located in Florida on the West Coast, and I've been dabbling in crypto for a few years, and I'm 73 years old. So I'm sort of I don't like to call myself a computer geriatric, but I am limited with my computer experience. So this whole crypto scene was it could be overwhelming, but I just chipped away at it and until I started to get a bit of an understanding, particularly of the DEXs. That's what really interested me. So that's where I was at when I discovered Yield School.
Nice. And how did you first hear about Yield School?
Well, I saw the advertisement online, and so it just made a lot of sense to me because, I think I was at the point where I was so annoyed, frustrated. There's so many experts online who are telling you or trying to give you advice, and of course there wasn't many people talking about the DEX, but I wasn't particularly impressed with them. And then I saw you guys, and I thought, okay, this is making sense, particularly the training. I was really drawn to the training because I thought, well, there you go. You study it and you learn the potential. You learn the mechanics of the back room, and it really was a back room. I mean, it wasn't. It was really quite complex at that point when I first got involved. So I have to say that was a great advantage of having you guys there to support, where I didn't feel like if I had a stupid question, I didn't feel like it was stupid. You guys were like, no, that's okay, this is what it is. And I was walked through it, and so I very quickly came up to speed, particularly with the training.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks. And what challenges or any bottlenecks or pain points did you experience in your investing journey that led you to Yield School in the first place?
Well, the big challenge was, there's thousands of coins out there, as we know, and so the challenge is what to pick. And so, at my age, it's sort of like I'm coming to the end of my investment career. So, I want to have a comfortable amount of money for the next, 20, 25 years. And so, I had to navigate my way around these young coins that might mature in 5 years or more, or the ones that had potential closer to, a year or two. So that was a big challenge. And what I loved about what you guys are doing on the website is where you have the blue chip, the different levels of investment, and depending on how much I wanted to get involved with the day-to-day activities and the brand new coins coming out of the ones that have the most potential, as opposed to just diving in and doing all the blue chips. Because when I listen to you guys talk, I mean, it's not just one individual standing up there and telling you. You've got that whole panel of experts, and they've all got different views on it. And so, when you put that much experience together, and it was awesome. So I thought, well, this is great for me. I don't have to be in it every day. I don't have to be studying the intricate details of the young coins coming up. Let me just do blue chips, and I've been thrilled with that. So I just keep an eye on that, and that's what I do. And I don't have to check it every day, and I feel real good about where I'm at. But you've made it very easy for me. I still hear other people talk about this coin, that coin, and I immediately go to you guys and put in a search on that coin, and you get what I call the true data, the realistic data on that coin rather than the hype.
Nice. Yeah, thanks. And when you first joined, were you skeptical at all, or what made you just ultimately decide to move forward with Yield School when you first joined?
Well, I think with Frank, with his background and his credibility, he had the credentials, and I thought, well, anybody who has worked with Binance and the DEX and the transition of coins going from into the secondary market, that appealed to me a lot. And then the other thing that really appealed to me is listening to you guys. I mean, the panel, when all the boys get together and start talking and giving their viewpoints, it's amazing. It's really quite incredible to hear how deep you go, and how the other thing that I really like is the background knowledge you have on these different coins, and who's running them, the team that's putting it together, and are they qualified, and is this realistic? And yeah, there was a lot of points like that just made me feel like, okay. And like I said, particularly the training, so I can educate myself, so I can understand what's being said. I can have a little dabble in any new coins that are coming up that might sound good, because I know the mechanics of how to go about it. But like I said, I can just go with blue chip, and it doesn't have to be a long, complicated ongoing study. I just don't have the time right now, so this is perfect for me.
Oh, amazing. And what has been your overall experience with Yield School? Like, has there been any favorite part of the program, working with the team, anything like that?
Well, I love the fact that if I feel like I need what I would call a session, I can book a session with you, and just have I love the fact that there's no charge. It's just a backup. I mean, you guys care about us, and you want to make sure that we're doing okay. And so, 30 minutes with you is really a great help, just to any questions I have, they get answered quickly. That's if I can't find it on the Yield School website, which is, again, I mean, just that search engine in there, just to be able to type in the question and go in there, I can find what I want. But yeah, that I really like that. I really appreciate the care that you guys offer to new members.
That's great. Yeah, that's excellent to hear. And what about, was there any strategies that you've learned about that you weren't aware of before joining, or something like a unique experience or problem that, was solved from joining Yield School?
Well, the whole DEXs area. I mean, that was a huge problem. I mean, you couldn't, I'd first of all heard of it. I knew it existed. I had a little dip my toe in the pond, and I thought, oh wow, this is a little bit overwhelming here. I'm not sure that I'm ready for this. But you guys just overcame that concern and that back off. You made it. I mean, with the training, and then the drills that you do, and then you got to get signed off on the drills to make sure you did it right, and this just makes it much more confrontable.
Okay, excellent. And would you say, when it comes to your investing, decision making, and overall confidence, in the markets, do you think you've seen it improve quite a bit since joining Yield School? Where would you say you're at with that?
Yeah, I love it. I in a short period of time, I doubled my money, and then I've just stayed with blue chip. I love listening to your panels, the Yield School sessions about the different coins, and getting up to date with what's going on with the Bluetooth and so on. With not Bluetooth, with the blue chip, and so yeah, I'm very comfortable putting. Yeah, I guess I could say I'm very comfortable putting more money into this area with having you guys in the background to guide me.
Okay, excellent. And the last question, would you recommend Yield School to your friends or family or network? And if so, why?
That's a good question. You know, I would definitely recommend it, but I would recommend it to a broader range of investors than I originally thought. Like I said, I'm 73, so I'm not like, you know, that familiar with first of all, well, not I'm not that familiar with crypto, but particularly the DEX. And the older generation that want to dip their toe in and have a go at it, I think it's awesome. It's very easy. But the young guys, I mean, I wish I was 25 again and I was exposed to all of this, and I'd be, you know, I'd be spending a lot of hours in here just tracking with you guys, learning the nomenclature, you know, that I guess that's one thing that we have to be wary of is the nomenclature. There's so many concepts and words and things that you have to know, and it's easy to get confused, or you know, you're constantly having to go on chat GBT and clear a definition of something, or you know, so it's a lot of work. The deeper you go, the more work you have to do. But for these young kids, it's easy. I mean, you know, for us geriatrics, it's not so easy.
Yeah, no, I understand. Well, yeah, thanks a lot, Greg. I really appreciate you taking the time today to chat and just share your views on Yield School. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys for everything you do. It's fantastic.
Awesome. You have a great day.
Okay, you too.